Hello future crewmates! We created this video to assist you in properly filling out the personal data sheet and work experience sheet. This tutorial is brought to you by the Philippine Space Agency. And I'm here to assist you in this endeavor. Moreover, we aim to help you showcase all the relevant information that is useful in your application. Your PDS and WES are useful for the Human Resource Merit Promotion and Selection Board, or HRMPSB, in properly evaluating applicants for both paper screening and interviews. Furthermore, it will lessen cases of appointment issues due to incorrect entries in your PDS and WES. Before we begin, kindly visit the Civil Service Commission website to download the following: Work Experience Sheet in Word format, Personal Data Sheet in Excel format, and the Guide to Filling Out the PDS. Here are the sample forms for your reference. Disclaimer: this is a work of fiction for educational purposes only. All the entries on the samples are the products of the author's imagination. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Make sure to check all information provided are accurate before submitting it, as it will be the permanent record in the CSE Personal Information Database. Any misrepresentation made in the personal data sheet and the work experience sheet shall cause the filing of administrative and/or criminal cases against the person concerned. Here are some general reminders in filling out the PDS. The PDS may be accomplished using the Word format or Excel format. In the MS Excel application, all the tick boxes will automatically be marked once clicked. The PDS must bear the signature of the applicant and date of accomplishment at the bottom of every page. As for the signature field on the lower part of each page, use a blue ink ball pen. Entries in the PDS may be filled out through handwriting or via typewriter or computer. If handwritten, entries should be in block capital format using a pen. In PhilSA, we prefer entries in PDS via typewriter or computer for easier assessment of declared information in your PDS. All information should be provided accurately. Do not leave blank entries. Put NA if not applicable. Do not abbreviate. For purposes of application to a vacant position, the additional sheet for work experience should be accomplished. Let's start preparing your personal data sheet. We have identified common errors in filling out the different parts in the PDS. Part 1. Personal information. The first error is the spaces per character in the surname, first name, and middle name. The applicant's name is to be filled out in the following format: surname, first name, name extension if any, and middle name. In the first item of the guide, the sentence "a space is allotted for each character or letter in the name" was deleted since the space allotted for the name is already continuous and no longer per character as previously designed. So make sure to properly fill out the separate fields provided for applicant's surname, first name, middle name, and name extension if applicable. If no middle name or name extension, please put NA on the space provided. If your citizenship is Filipino, there is no need to tick the box by birth. If holder of dual citizenship, please indicate country using the drop-down box and select the appropriate details. Remember that dates must be in numeric form following the format of month, day, and year. Here is the correct version for the personal information part. If you are to choose others in the civil status field, specifics should be provided. Kindly provide the prescribed measurements for height and weight, which are in meters and kilograms respectively. When it comes to the government-mandated ID numbers such as GSIS with 10 digits, Pag-ibig with 12 digits, PhilHealth with 11 digits, SSS with 10 digits, and TIN with 12 digits, please take note of the written format that was based on the documents and IDs they issued. Agency employee number refers to the employee ID number in the current agency. A commonly missed area in Part 1 is the zip code. Please do not forget to indicate your zip code for both residential and permanent addresses. Since you are applying in a formal organization, PhilSA recommends not to leave the email portion blank and applicants must use a professional email address. A professional email address creates a sense of trust, branding, and can make you most recognizable in communications. Part 2. Family background. Names of spouse and parents are to be filled up in the form surname, first name, middle name, and name extension if applicable. If there's no middle name or name extension, please put NA on the space provided. Take note that the mother's name to be provided must be her maiden name, that is, her name when she was single or before marriage. If with children, list full names, first and surname of all your children. Again, dates must be in numeric form following the format of month, day, and year. Here is the correct version for this segment. Part 3. Educational background. Please be ready to show supporting documents for these, like a diploma, transcript of records, and the like. In this portion, there are several misplaced, lacking, and even abbreviated information. Primary education should be replaced with elementary. Athlete of the Year distinction will be relegated to the latter part of the PDS, as this section is meant for academic distinctions. Again, if an item is not applicable, put NA. Do not abbreviate, and indicate the highest level or units attained if not graduated. Here's the correct version for the educational background part. So remember, indicate full name of schools attended. The same goes for all courses taken in college. Indicate all master's or doctorate courses taken. If none, put NA. If graduated for every level, indicate year of graduation. If not graduated in any level, indicate the highest grade, level, or units earned. Period of attendance must be stated in school years, and indicate any scholarship and/or academic honors received in each level. If none, put NA. Part 4. Civil Service Eligibility. Please be ready to show supporting documents for this portion. Indicate all civil service eligibilities earned with corresponding grading, date, and place of conferment or examination. Here's the correct version for the civil service eligibility portion. Eligibility is granted under special laws and CSE issuance. You can acquire a civil service eligibility even without taking the career service examination. The CSE for some time now has been granting 11 different eligibilities under the special laws to qualified individuals. You may be qualified for the grant of any of these eligibilities. Bar or board eligibility. If earned, eligibility entails a license. Please indicate the name of the examination taken, license number, and its date of release. Barangay Health Worker Eligibility. Barangay Nutrition Scholar Eligibility. Barangay Official Eligibility. Electronic Data Processing Specialist Eligibility. Foreign School Honor Graduate Eligibility. Honor Graduate Eligibility. Sanggunian Member Eligibility. Scientific and Technological Specialist Eligibility. Skills Eligibility, Category 2. Veteran Preference Rating. Part 5. Work Experience. Please note to include private employment and start from your most recent work. Description of duties should be indicated in the attached work experience sheet. You may reflect on this part designations such as acting capacity or officer in charge and the like. Office order or other official documents must be ready to support the said declaration. The designation of acting CSRS in this part must be enclosed in parentheses after the position title and should be properly declared in the WES, which will be discussed in the latter part of this presentation. The internship entry must be deleted, as only formal work experience is to be included. Again, inclusive dates must be in numeric form following the format of month, day, and year. Indicate full position titles and complete name of department, agency, office, or company. Indicate monthly salary in figures. For salary grade and step increment, it must be stated in the format 00-0. For example, 24-2 for salary grade 24 step increment 2. Indicate the status of employment, whether permanent, temporary, casual, or contractual. Indicate yes under government service if the position held is in the public or government employment, or no if held in private employment. Here's the correct version for the work experience part.
Employment status in general, as defined in the CSE 2017, Revised Omnibus Rules on Appointments and Other Human Resource Actions, amended July 2018. Permanent. An appointment issued to a person who meets all the qualification requirements of the position to which he or she is being appointed to, including the appropriate eligibility, in accordance with the provisions of law, rules and standards promulgated in pursuance thereof. Temporary. An appointment issued to a person who meets the education, experience, and training requirements for the position to which he or she is being appointed to, except for the appropriate eligibility. A temporary appointment may only be issued in the absence of an applicant who meets all the qualification requirements of the position as certified by the appointing officer or authority. The appointment shall not exceed 12 months, reckoned from the date it was issued, but the appointee may be replaced sooner if a qualified eligible who is willing to accept the appointment becomes actually available. Substitute. An appointment issued when the regular incumbent of a position is temporarily unable to perform the duties of the position, as when the incumbent is on approved leave of absence, under suspension, on a scholarship grant, or is on secondment. This is effective only until the return of the incumbent. A substitute appointment is allowed only if the leave of absence of the incumbent is at least 3 months, except in the case of teachers. Coterminous. An appointment issued to a person whose tenure is limited to a period specified by law, or whose continuity in the service is based on the trust and confidence of the appointing officer or authority, or of the head of the organizational unit where assigned. Please refer to the 2017 revised Ora for the categories of coterminous appointments.
Fixed term. An appointment issued to a person with a specified term of office, subject to reappointment as provided by law, such as chairperson and member of commissions and boards, SUC president, and head of agency appointed by the board. Contractual. An appointment issued to a person whose employment in the government is in accordance with a special contract to undertake local or foreign-assisted projects, or a specific work or job requiring special or technical skills not available in the employing agency to be accomplished within a specific period. This includes appointments to positions that are coexistent with the duration of a particular project based on the agency's staffing pattern as approved by the DBM or the GCG. The inclusive period of the contractual appointment shall be indicated on the face of the appointment for purposes of crediting services. Casual. An appointment issued only for essential and necessary services where there are not enough regular staff to meet the demands of the service, and for emergency cases and intermittent period not to exceed 1 year. Please note, these employment status are creditable as government service. Contract of service, on the other hand, were defined as follows. Institutional contract of service covers lump sum work or services to perform janitorial, security, consultancy, and other support functions for a maximum period of 1 year, subject to the provisions of RA No. 91/84 and pertinent budgeting, accounting, and auditing rules and regulations. Individual contract of service are individuals referred as consultants or contractors and the term of contract between the agency and the individual contractor shall be for a maximum period of 1 year, renewable at the option of the head of the procuring entity. Job order are workers that is either paid according to an agreed contract amount for the piece of work or on a daily wage basis. Contract of service and job order workers are not covered by civil service law and rules, thus not creditable as government service. If you have been working or had a previous work experience with a government agency under contract of service, please indicate contract of service and don't use the term contractual under the status of appointment column. Part 6. Voluntary work and involvement in civic, non-government, people, or voluntary organizations. Indicate the full name and address of the organization you were involved as a voluntary worker. Inclusive dates, start and end of voluntary works must be in numeric form, following the format of month, day, and year. Also, indicate the number of hours, as well as the position or nature of voluntary work rendered. Here is the correct version for this portion. Part 7. Learning and Development Interventions and Training Programs Attended. Please note, indicate list from the most recent L&D and write the full name of institution or agency that conducted or sponsored program. Indicate full titles of seminars, conferences, workshops, and short courses attended during employment. Inclusive dates, start and end, must be in numeric form following the format of month, day, and year. Indicate the number of hours attended for the program. Indicate the type of L&D attended. For the name of the institution or agency that conducted or sponsored the program, please do not use abbreviations. For example, CSC should be Civil Service Commission. Again, please indicate the full name of the institution or agency that conducted or sponsored the program. If you don't have enough space in your PDS for your work experience and learning and development intervention, you may use an additional sheet and you will be required to change the page number of the PDS. Here's the correct version for the L&D portion. Types of learning interventions or trainings as specified by the Civil Service Commission. There are 4 types enumerated by the CSE, which are the following. Foundation. It includes the L&D interventions such as induction program, orientation program, or value development program. Technical. It refers to substantive program in specific professional or technical or scientific or areas for enhancement of skills and knowledge for second-level personnel in the career service. Supervisory. Trainings that are in the supervisory type are professional, technical, and scientific trainings which have the responsibility of overseeing the work of an organizational unit charged with a major and specialized activity. This includes tasks of a supervisor that plans, programs, delegates tasks, and evaluates performance of employees, monitors work outputs, maintains moral and discipline among employees, develops cooperation and ensures a well-coordinated workforce, and coordinates and cooperates other organizational units. And executive or managerial. It includes professional, technical, and scientific positions, the functions of which are managerial in character. Specifically, it is about exercising management over people, resource and/or policy, and exercising functions such as planning, organizing, directing, coordinating, controlling, and overseeing the activities of an organization, a unit thereof, or of a group requiring some degree of professional, technical, or scientific knowledge and experience, application of managerial skills required to carry out basic duties and responsibilities involving leadership, functional guidance, and control. Part 8. Other information. Indicate special skills or hobbies. Indicate in full non-academic distinctions or recognitions by writing in full said association or organization. Indicate NA after question number 34B. This question is applicable to LGU only. Indicate response to questions number 35 to 37 on the space provided on the right side of the sheet. For any yes response, please provide the details or specifications. Indicate response to questions number 38 to 40C on the space provided on the right side of the sheet. For any yes response, please provide the details or specifications. Indicate the full name of reference with the format first name, middle initial, surname, and their addresses and respective telephone numbers. As agreement to and for completion of the PDS, the applicant's signature and right thumb mark should be affixed in the boxes provided. Also, indicate the details of your valid government ID number and date of issuance in the boxes provided. Lastly, attach a recent passport size picture. Picture must be taken within the last 6 months. Computer-generated or photocopied picture is not acceptable. The PDS should be subscribed and sworn before the highest-ranking Human Resource Management Officer of the agency, any authorized official or officer in the agency, any officer authorized to administer oath, or a notary public. Heads of agencies may delegate such authority through an office order. The date reflected on each page of the PDS will be the date of submission or the date you have accomplished the form. If you are applying for a vacant position in the government, you should attach a work experience sheet attachment, or WES for short. This should be accomplished only for work experience relevant to the position being applied to. So let's begin doing your WES. A common error is that WES dates and positions should correlate to the information in Part 5 of the PDS. Remember to highlight the position and tailor fit the WES to the position being applied for. WES pagination may be indicated, and don't forget to sign each page. Set the paper size to legal and save your PDS and WES in PDF format. Here are the references that we used in this video.
You may scan this QR code or access our sample of personal data sheet and work experience sheet for your reference.
We hope this will help you write a good personal data sheet and work experience sheet. What are you waiting for? Write and update your PDS and WES to join us. Check out and follow our social media accounts for news and updates about PhilSA's mission. And thank you for watching this video.